what a spectacular garden, so full with whimsy, and that will be a part of the Master Gardeners Tour. And right now we're going to be learning more about the tour with Wendy Buck, who's organizing it this year. Thank you so much for being on the program.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Well, the whimsy part you've got covered, I think.
I think so.
That looks like a spectacular place.
It is. It's really fun to go through. And she has added a couple of new things, so you didn't see them on the film. But
excellent. So
yeah, it's some surprises. Yeah.
Excellent. So this is an annual event. Master Gardeners, a wonderful program. What's the theme for the tour this year?
This tour is for gardeners by gardeners, for all those gardening enthusiasts that want to work in their gardens from us, from what we are, the Master Gardeners, and we all hope we're masters, but it's just something that we can bring the public into and continue our education mission and show them what we can do.
Well, and what's possible, right?
What's possible, exactly.
And the Master Naturalists, Master Gardeners really do a spectacular job of, it's a great learning experience, but then they go out and they get to practice and preach, so to speak. and
exactly.
So it's a day to celebrate all of that activity. So let's give people the basics. What's the day and how does it work?
So the tour is on Saturday, May 6th. It runs from 9 to 4 all day long. It'll happen rain or shine, so bring your umbrella for the heat or the rain, either one.
Either one, right.
And you can start at any garden. There's no schedule. Everything will be open the whole time. You can go to one garden for $5. You can go to all 6 gardens for $25. If you purchase online before Friday the 5th, you'll get the full ticket for $20.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a discount right now online.
A good incentive to get online and get this taken care of. And each of the gardens has a distinct theme too, which I think is a really clever way to kind of organize this. The first one we're going to talk about that we didn't see on the video is Earthkind Landscaping. So tell me about this space.
Well, Earthkind Landscaping is a way of gardening. It's research proven to conserve water, conserve energy, and preserve the environment.
Right.
So at this garden, she has it set up where you will learn or see all of the principles of Earthkind Landscaping, which includes mulching, composting, low water use, less fertilizer, less chemicals, turf maintenance, those kind of things.
So not just Earthkind, but smart gardening.
Smart gardening, exactly.
Right.
It was such a fit here.
Right,
in
right.
Central
Well,
Texas.
it makes a lot of sense. So, you know, one of the things I love about the tours, and you mentioned the gardener will be present, and that's one of the things I think is really cool about garden tours is not only get to see the space, but you get to talk to the creators.
Yes.
Which is fun.
Yes. So you get to learn the history of the garden and what it looked like before they showed up and how they've changed it through the years. Some have undergone quite a transformation.
Oh yes, I'm sure of that. So, and or restoration.
Or restoration, exactly.
The next one I want to talk about is the theme is wildlife restoration and preservation. And this is a spread. This sounds like a farm, not a garden.
I think it is a farm because she has a miniature horse and a couple of goats and chickens. She also has honeybees. Her vegetable garden consists of 11 raised beds.
Wow.
I think she could feed the neighborhood with all of that. But she has, this is also out in Spicewood, and it's Dorothy Thiering and her husband. And they have it's natural, but she's got her lawn area up by the house, but the rest of that property is very natural. And the restoration came in the form of she has brought quail back onto that property. They're talking about restoring a pond that was out there years ago.
Yeah.
So natural things.
Very much a part of preserving the natural heritage and restoring wounded environment, it sounds like. Yeah.
Yes.
Another of the themes, and this one resonates with me, birds, butterflies, and Zen.
So this is Daphne's garden in central Austin around the Miller Airport.
Okay.
And she has in her front yard, it's full of perennials and annuals and bulbs that flower all year long. So she's got butterflies and bees and lizards and geckos and all kinds of things running
Right.
through the front yard.
Yeah.
And then when you go around back, that's where you find the birds and the zen. Her birdhouse is probably, I don't know, 8 feet tall or more.
Wow.
And it's caged.
Okay.
It's surrounded by chicken wire that's just large enough that the birds can get through it, but the
Right.
four-legged critters can.
Right.
And so she has
Meaning squirrels.
yes, she has several bird feeders hanging from it, and
Okay.
and they just love it in there.
Yeah.
It's very safe.
Well, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's nice to have a Central Austin represented as well.
Yes.
So a nice geographic spread here. Now let's talk about why the gardeners conduct the tour. I know it's a benefit, but there are other reasons, right?
Sure. Our mission is to educate the public with research-based horticultural advice.
Right.
And most of our volunteering is in meetings or speaking to groups, talking, teaching. This gets us the opportunity to bring the public into our space, which is our gardens, and continuing that education in a kind of a hands-on show and tell,
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
So-
and it's a great cause too, as well. So I encourage people to participate and support for that reason as too. We have other gardens to talk about, though. The Sun and Shade Garden is one I'd like for you to describe to me.
All right, that's Valia's garden, and she is in South Austin. And her front yard, I think at this time of year, we'll be amazed at the daylilies that pop up in her yard. She has, I don't want to say hundreds, but probably 100, and it'll be just full of them. And so that's the pop when you see it
Right.
coming at her yard. And then around back, it's full shade. It's very small, but it's full shade. It's an older neighborhood, and the trees are huge, and
Yeah.
so
No daylilies
it's
back there.
no daylilies. So it's completely different from front to back.
Yeah. So people get an idea, and that, people do have those extremes, and how to deal with those extremes.
Yes, it's two different climates in
Yeah,
one yard.
Absolutely, yeah, right. And again, great advice is going to be had here. So you could talk to people about what did they learn as they went. That's one of the cool things about gardening is that it's not all textbook. It's something that you have to learn about your space and what works there, and it's an over time kind of thing. And I think the master gardeners completely understand that, and so they'll have kind of like, as you said earlier, kind of the histories of the garden. Each garden has a story, right?
And it's trial and error
Right.
on a lot of things too.
Right,
Yes.
absolutely. Yes, a lot of error, I'm afraid. So we try to help people around
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
We do. Okay. And one final thing, though, is that the testing grounds, the AgriLife testing grounds, are going to be open. And this is the program, the Master Gardening Program, is a part of AgriLife.
Yes, it is. It's a volunteer arm of Texas A&M AgriLife Extension. And the demonstration garden at the office, the extension office, is always evolving and is quite different from the last tour. Some trees have been removed and some beds have been added. So it'll be a little bit different from what people have seen in the past.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's great. Well, real briefly, again, how do people learn more?
Our website is insideaustingardens.org, and it has everything you need to know. And you can purchase tickets there also.
All right, and it's a great way for gardeners to gather together, troop around, and spend a day together,
Yes.
exploring wonderful places. So we really appreciate you coming on and telling us about it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wendy. And coming up next is our friend Daphne.